All right, everyone, let's go ahead and take a look at this Premier Ultralight by Bullet. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you, we're recording in February of 2022, so depending on when you're watching this video, prices may vary, but the MSRP on this trailer is $48,713. But our friends here at Barton Lake RV from Fremont, Indiana, they're listing this at a show price of $38,970, $10,000 off right now with the way the RV market is. Pretty good deal. This is the floor plan 23 RBPR. Let's go ahead and start on the outside of this trailer. So if you're looking for an outdoor kitchen and a half-ton towable trailer, this is great. So we'll come right over here. You can see we've got a refrigerator, we've got a 2-burner stove. Now some people would prefer that griddle here, but my guess is you could probably change this out. They've also included a sink and a small cabinet. This is actually a very well set up outdoor kitchen, and you can see there's also plenty of counter space back here. They went with a metal on this, which I really like, and then we also see some TV hookups back there, so you could hook up that TV for outdoor entertainment. This is all going to slide in. The other thing I want to point out is this particular unit says it includes a 200-watt solar panel and charger. Always a nice feature. Even if you're not going to be boondocking, it's going to help just to keep those batteries charged up when you're not using the trailer. We've got these really nice steps that all-in-one that fold up. Those are going to be the most stable step you are going to be able to find on an RV. We'll go ahead and just walk around here, and I love this. I'm always concerned about outside storage on an RV. We have a huge pass-through storage unit here. You can really see they've got a chair in here, a good sized camping chair or tent or something. It really gives you an idea of how deep this is. Goes all the way through. The other thing I want to point out on this Bullet is, look at that framing, okay? I like, anytime I see this aluminum framing, yeah, it's a real plus. So let's go ahead. We've got stabilizer jacks obviously all the way around and tires. On this particular unit, we've got the electronic tongue jack, and this one I believe has, well, let's take a look here. Yeah, 2 30-pound tanks, so going to have plenty of propane on this particular unit. We'll go ahead and take a walk around the other side. You've got a nice big awning, lighting. See here around the back, there is a place on this unit that we can do a camera ready for a backup camera, which I highly recommend a backup camera. It's just so nice when you're trying to back into your spot or really anywhere to be able to see. But the other thing it's nice for is when you're headed down the road to be able to see who's behind you and if they're tailgating. On this side, we're going to have one big slide, and yeah, the one thing that's interesting here is I see no ladder, and I think we're going to see more and more of that in the industry where RV manufacturers aren't going to be adding ladders, and I think there's several reasons for that, but it's just interesting to notice that. It is still a walkable roof, okay, and notice it says rear wall ladder prep, so they're just not including it, but you could add a ladder if you wanted to. So we're going to go on inside. One thing I want to check here. Yes, so this particular unit, this is a feature I really like. It's the friction hinge. It's going to stay right in place. The wind's not going to catch it and slam it. Now this is a rear bath unit. So the minute you come in, you're going to see the bathroom here in the back. Go ahead and take a look right here. We have a Dometic porcelain toilet. That's a real plus. And the thing I like is plenty of space here. This is a great position for the actual porcelain toilet. You've got your sink. Now it's not a huge sink, but that's pretty common in the industry that in the bathroom it's a fairly small sink. I really like the fixtures here. We've got a nice medicine cabinet as well as some amazing deep storage. Look how big this is. So I would probably end up putting some shelves in here to really take opportunity of that space, but great place for all of your linens. And then we have your shower, and you can see height-wise, and I'm about 6 foot, and I have plenty. We've got this skylight, so it's going to give me some light. In this particular unit, we've got, well, we have a glass door that slides. I'm not really sure. It's obviously in a locked position. The one thing I always hate with these manufacturers, and I realize they have to cut costs somewhere, They put in some really inexpensive fixtures, but for instance, this shower head, I would change that out right away with an Oxygenetics and save some water. Down below, you're going to have a little bit of storage here, but you also have all of your plumbing, so you'd have to be careful, but you could definitely put some things in there. And maximizing space, we've got a shelf here, kind of an open area. Probably be a great place to stow, you know, your shoes when you come in from the outside. We do have a swinging door, which again, my preference would be a sliding door because we have to have space to open this up. But again, understand sometimes when you're looking at these trailers, price is an issue. They have to find ways to cut costs. As you walk in on the right-hand side, we have some more storage. This might be a good place as a pantry. And what's nice is these shelves can be moved to whatever height you want, as well as another cubby right there. So we'll move on around and look over here. This is this one big slide. Now, I don't know, this may come in different configurations, but in this one, we have the Thomas Paine theater seating, which I'm a huge fan of. We've got storage on the sides. We have storage in the middle. You have your cup holders. And this is honestly a really comfortable sofa or theater seating. The other thing I really like is it is straight on to the TV. So sometimes in RVs, they put the TVs in some weird locations, and this would be the perfect place to set. I also like the windows on the two sides. Really opens this unit up, and we've got some lighting up above. Now let's look over here at the kitchen. And I love the color of the cabinetry that Keystone's using in here. A couple things I look for when I'm looking at trailers. You can see here, these are stapled together, a little bit of joining, but they have these interior hinges. So you can tell it's a little bit nicer trailer, and they have the locks. Down below, we have drawer space. And you can see these are fairly lengthy, so that, but depth-wise, just to give you an idea with my hand there, and there's 3 of those, and then right here we have more space. So the one thing I'm seeing in this trailer already for a smaller RV, I am seeing a lot of storage space, and that's good. Over here, it looks like we have a 3-burner Furrion stove, glass cover, and it has the cast iron grate, just a nice upgrade. Hey, you can never go wrong with a tower of power. I love these. A couple outlets, a couple USB ports. This just pops up when you don't want to use it. You can get it out of the way. It gives you more counter space. Trying to see what this is. It sure looks like a granite. We know it's not. Granite would be too heavy, but this is a really nice surface here. We've got the oven, pretty decent size for an oven. Got one big space. This goes all the way back to the wall, so it would be a good place for pots and pans potentially. They've included a microwave, right? Just a regular microwave because you do have the oven. Here we have another big area that goes back, as well as we have another small area up here. Put some shelves in here. You could stack things, and it looks like they include one of these really nice, we're big fans of these, both in the RV and at home, as opposed to having a solid surface that just gets in the way. This allows you to create more space, allows your dishes to dry. Really like that as a feature. Speaking of outlets, we do have one window over here. We've got an outlet right here, thermostat control, and then our refrigerator is going to be opposite of our counter space. We'll go ahead and open that up. Nice size freezer, nice size refrigerator, and I'm going to, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm thinking, yes, it's a 10.4 cubic foot, 12 volt refrigerator. Now, don't panic if you're thinking, oh my gosh, that means I have to have a lot of batteries. These 12 volt refrigerators that they're putting in today, much more energy efficient, and you don't have to worry about propane. They're going to run going down the road off of your batteries. And then, yeah, I'm a big fan of this, and it's a GE. So you're getting a brand name appliance. Again, really like the detailing on the fixtures in here. You've got this nice deep sink. It looks like stainless steel, but I can tell it's actually plastic. But it does give you the look of one of those farmhouse sinks. Now, we're going to move into the bedroom area. We do have a sliding door, which I really like. Again, there's no room to swing open, so we can just slide this door. Let's take a look at blinds to see what they're doing in here. Ah, yes, nice. So we just have the blackout shades, but they are the roller shade style. So I really like that. You know, if you want a day shade, you're probably going to have to look at a unit that's going to be a little more expensive. But I would say for this price point, that's a nice thing. On both sides of the bed, yes, we have hanging storage, so you could have some room for hanging clothes. You could also potentially put some shelves in here. And then there's going to be a small drawer. All right, and you get a little nightstand. Now, the good thing is there's a place to set things like your cell phones, although I see a better place in the back, and we'll get back there in just a second. What I don't like about this, and there may be a reason this is here, it does kind of block you getting into the bed, but it's not a deal breaker to me. Over here, we've got another window so we can get that cross ventilation, but anytime I see something like this, it's a laundry chute. You could either use it as a laundry chute into your outdoor storage, set a laundry basket right there. You could even use it as a trash can if you really wanted to. All right. And we're going to have that same storage. Now, in the back on both sides, and this is key. So many times I see in RVs, they only do this on one side, but in this one, they have both your plug-ins and your USBs on both sides. You have a shelf up top. They even put holes so you could run cables up here, have all your charging station up here for your phones, your watches, your ear pods, whatever. More storage back here. And then I've even liked this. You know, they're actually accenting this back wall as opposed to trying to put some kind of goofy headboard. They've just done a nice wallpaper back here to kind of give it a modern look. And again, I really like the look of this. Right up above, okay, now we have 3 of these. This is what I don't like. But again, you've got to remember price point. You can buy little struts that would hold these open, but you got, this whole thing is wide open. You see the sign over here? It says, I only weigh 5,560 pounds. I will get specs and we'll put those in this video as text. Also, it says this has a thermal package insulation, which means you can really extend your camping season, get out early in the spring, camp later into the fall. And we actually love camping in those seasons because fewer people are camping, you have the campground to yourself. 15,000 BTU ultra quiet central AC. Central meaning, look at this. This is ducted. This is something we don't have in our RV that I wish we did. Anytime you go to a ducted central air, it's going to be a lot quieter. There is one little cubby here. Maybe you could use it for spices, things like that. It's small, but again, this would come down, give you more space in here. Actually, this might be one of my favorite backsplashes back to the kitchen that I see. This is not paper. This is some kind of like acrylic or plastic, and it looks like subway tile. So overall, I think this is a really good layout for a couples camper. It's going to give you lots of space. It's going to give you a walk around queen size bed, the theater seating, and just some really nice features on this. And again, currently at the show, they're doing a show price of around $38,900. Let me know if you have any questions. What do you think about this layout as a couples camper? And until next time, everybody, we'll see you on down the road. Good night.